Fashion Insider friends, what is up? This is the Fashion Crimes Podcast, where I cover all things fashion, style, shopping, style inspiration, and interview incredible small business owners who are changing the fashion industry for the better. Yes, I'm the best friend you never knew you needed, and the poster child for fashion over 40, and I mean way after 40. Say it with me, fashion and style are your friends, not your enemies. I'm Holly Cates, your favorite personal stylist, and let's keep it real, the only Holly you need to know. Turn it up, because I got a lot to say, and I am super stoked you're here. Welcome to the best part of your day, fashion besties. I am so grateful that you've joined us this week, as we love spending time with you each and every Friday. How have y'all been doing? It is the official first week of fall. The first day of fall was last Sunday, the 22nd of September. And of course, it's what to wear, what to wear, what to wear. Sandal season, just FYI, sidebar, is officially over. So no more open-toe shoes. That is a definite, of course. However, you can still rock some of those summer dresses with a jacket and cowboy boots if you like. That's what I like to do when it's still hot out and want to wear a dress that's more like on the summery side. But it makes it more fall with some cowboy boot action. And speaking of cowboy boots, we went to Nashville a few weeks back, as I'm sure you saw on my Instagram. And we did walk up and down the strip like tourists looking at all the cowboy boots. If you haven't been to Nashville, Tennessee, just know that on the Strip, which is a very touristy section like Times Square in New York City, it's where all the crap stores and souvenir stores are. So, however, it is a sea of thousands of styles of cowboy boots like you have never seen before. It was so tempting, very tempting, but I didn't get any. They have every single style, rhinestone, fringe, metallics like mint green and hot pink. So many to choose from. Anyway, if you don't have any cowboy boots in your wardrobe presently, it's time to get on that. Jonathan and I have matching brown Tacovas, as there's a store here in Atlanta. I also have some cowboy boot style boots, meaning they aren't real boots that I could wear on a ranch, but they look like I could. The colors you should own if you're going to buy a pair would be dark brown or black, or you could get a mix of both in a pattern. You want a neutral that can go with anything and everything. This is a wardrobe staple that will literally never go out of style, no matter what part of the country you live in. OMG. Have y'all watched Palm Royale? It's on Apple TV, and it is so good. It's got Kristen Wiig as the main character, and it is fabulous. Please, please watch it. Please. If you don't get anything from this podcast this week, please watch that. You will not be sorry. I keep telling everyone to watch it. Also, we just saw the movie No Hard Feelings with Jennifer Lawrence, and it was hilarious. Now, I know it's probably a couple years old now, and the previews look so bad. We were not dying to see it, but we finally were desperate, and we decided to watch it, and it was so cute and funny. So I recommend that as well. Here at the Fashion Crimes Podcast, we keep you stylistically and fashionably updated so you can be better looking than all your friends. Of course, duh. We're coming to you this week with an interesting new topic that is new to me, very new to me, that absolutely can and will elevate your style when done properly. There are so many things that we have to keep up with when it comes to our image. However, in my opinion, women have much more to keep up than men. Between undergarments, clothing, accessories, hair, and makeup, I mean, it's a lot. Okay, it's a lot. Which leads me to our subject this week, how to buy a wig. Now, there are very personal reasons why people do wear wigs, of course. Number one, I've never been close with anyone who wore one. And two, I never thought that person would have to be me. If you're new here, or if this is your first time listening, first of all, welcome. If you've been with us for a minute, then I'm sure you know this already, but I've been going through cancer since July. I have a blood cancer called multiple myeloma. Now, what I didn't realize is that the treatment that I've been going through this summer has been a cakewalk compared to what's about to happen. I have been getting injections and taking oral medications, living life as normal, running at about 90% Holly. It was rough at first, rough, super rough. But once I leveled out, I've been doing really good. I'm used to the drugs, the nurses, the shots, doctor visits, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. Believe me, this shit is like a second job, and Jonathan is a total rock star. Like, seriously. Anyway, the reason for this subject is that I'm about to have a bone marrow transplant and I'm about to lose all my hair. So I've been incredibly spoiled by the treatments I'm in now, as I have been carrying on a normal life without looking or feeling sick. And I have all my hair, plus my extensions at the moment. I've been living it up with my weave. Let's be honest. That's why my hair looks so long. However, I'm about to get a very, very long day of chemo, which is going to cause me to lose my hair, which is completely rude, by the way. It was a punch in the gut, and I asked the doctor if I was going to lose my hair, to which he replied yes. And I was like, are you serious right now? And he was like, yeah. Once you get your dose, it takes about 10 days for your hair to fall out, 2 months to grow back. And I'm like, hold up, 2 months for it to start to grow back. Okay. I was like sick over it. I woke up the next day and I was like, you know what? I got bigger problems than what my hair looks like. And I decided to get a wig, or at least explore getting one. I was advised that shaving my head might be a good idea after chemo, so I don't go through the trauma of waking up to hair falling out every day. Then I talked to somebody else who said, I mean, I know you think you're going to lose all your hair, but what if it just gets thinner? My hair's already thin, or doesn't fall out completely. Then I started to rethink that. And I was like, regardless, I'm not trying to look like Uncle Fester here, okay? I mean, G.I. Jane, I can handle, I guess. But Uncle Fester? Like, no. Which started me down the road of to wig or not to wig. That is the question. Some people lose their hair and choose not to wear one. Sure, fine. Okay, it's a personal choice. But me, hell no. If I'm going to be bald, you're never going to know it. And for someone who is an attention whore like myself, I'm going to get the most fabulous wig I can find. As a matter of fact, I'm getting 2 wigs. So there's that. I was advised to go to a local place here in the suburbs of Atlanta that my daughter-in-law recommended to me, as her mother went through breast cancer. And per her suggestion, I drove up there just to talk to them and feel it out. And little did I know, I was going to feel very comfortable and at ease. The people were so nice and helpful. I had no idea what to expect, nothing. I was like, I don't know what this is going to be like. I have never put a wig on in my life, like not even for fun. And I don't know why. I just never have. Anyway, my first impression of the wig place was, yes, they had a ton to choose from. However, they all looked like really lifeless, just hanging there. I soon realized that when they hang there without being styled, it's really not a good representation of what it could look like. So I'm learning as I go here. I walked in and I met someone who started helping me, and I pulled 3 or 4 styles that I really thought could work for me. I tried each of them on, and I really just wasn't feeling them, to be honest with you. Then I let her pick out a few, and she nailed it, of course. I asked her, what's the difference between a synthetic and a real, other than the price, okay? And I also wanted her to show me the most popular ones, or like the best sellers, if you will. So obvi, synthetic is fake hair, and authentic or real hair wigs are more expensive and, to me, more realistic looking, knowing just that they are real hair. So after I tried on the one that she said was a very popular one, of course, I ended up liking that one the best, so that's the one I got. The other ones that I put on, I got some ones that were like longer, but not to my shoulders. And they just look too matronly on me. If you or someone you know is experiencing hair loss for any reason and they want to try a wig, here are some helpful suggestions that can make the process a little smoother and more comfortable for you or the person considering a wig. I honestly don't know why I had no idea how popular they were or how many people in the world actually do wear them. There are hundreds of videos on YouTube about different people's experiences, and I cannot believe how many young people are wearing them. I can't believe how many young people are wearing them just because they want to. And they have a lot of hair. They're not losing their hair. Of course, there's people who are, but people that aren't losing their hair, they're wearing them too. I just got the wig memo over here only because I will be losing my hair, but it was interesting to hear and see the people that really weren't losing their hair, that they were wearing them really just to change up their look. I mean, who knew? So, what do you do first? And sidebar, this is for anyone losing their hair or not. Step one, look at pictures. Now, you don't have to look at wig pictures per se. Just look at hairstyles that you would consider when purchasing a wig. Or you can look at wig pictures, of course. You can look at pictures that look like your hair looks like now, or you can look at popular wig styles or bestsellers from different sites. I myself went to Shani Wigs, which is shaniwigs.com. They are located in Brooklyn, New York. I had a virtual consult with them, and I have directions and a video of how to measure my head. Just FYI, my hair is really long right now. I have my weave in. Love my weave. Next week, I'm taking out my weave and cutting my hair up to my chin. And I'm doing this so it will be less traumatic when my hair actually does fall out. It will be traumatic no matter what, duh. And I think I'm prepared, but how can I ever prepare? I just have to tell myself that I am until it really starts to happen. Step two, go to a boutique near your hometown and try them on. Whether you buy something from there or not, it doesn't matter. And I will say that walking around the wig store, there is nothing fucking weirder than looking at a bunch of mannequins with wigs on. Okay. It's almost even a little bit creepy. However, you've got to try them on to really see how you're going to feel. Then I let the woman in the store tell me what I should get and her honest opinion. Trust the people who work there. They work there every day. They know. They know what they're doing, and they will always know more information than you. What I thought looked good on the mannequin, it did not look good on me. The minute she picked out a wig for me, of course, that was the one that I got. Number three, try on different styles. So this means try something different than your regular hair just to compare, just to see. You're just trying it on. Of course, if you lose your hair and then put on a wig that's platinum blonde and long, of course, everyone in the world is going to know you're wearing a wig. However, if you get something that looks like your regular hair, then you really won't be able to tell, and neither will the people around you. I was told by the woman in the store, every time someone goes like polar opposite of their regular hair, they usually come back unsatisfied, wanting something closer, obviously, to their normal hair or what their hair looked like before they lost it. If you get more than one wig, at least if you get something way, way out there and crazy, you will have another to fall back on if you end up not liking it. I did try on a blonde wig just to do it for shits and giggles, and I was like, ew, it looked really bad. It was a nice thought, but I was like, girl, no. You can even break it down two ways if you're wanting some sort of change. You can either go the same length and style, just a totally different color, or you can go completely different style, but the exact same color that you have now. That way, people might just think you cut your hair or just colored it. So that's a way to stay in what I like to call the safe zone, so you don't look like you woke up and decided to put a wig on because it was a Tuesday. Then, of course, if you're the type of person that you just don't want to be bothered, then I recommend, regardless of how you feel today, you should at least get a wig that looks similar to the color and style you have now, just in case you change your mind. And again, I don't care if you buy a $10 wig or a $5,000 wig, you should have one for backup because there's nothing worse than thinking you won't want one and then you do. And then you go to the wig store bald. That's not a good feeling. You can, of course, get one at any time, but I'm doing everything I have to do now before I get my chemo and go on lockdown. I will be on lockdown for 100 days, by the way. I just don't want to be bothered after the fact. I want to do it now. But that's just me. Moving on, look at the reviews. Now, these can be reviews for the store that you're planning on shopping in or the wig boutique or company where you are purchasing or the brand of the wig that you're buying. People are very honest and will tell you what they like and they didn't like about the wig and about the brand. I always say that one bad review does not a bad product make, but you want to make sure that the majority of the reviews are positive, of course, and people generally have a good experience. There are hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of companies to choose from. The two companies I chose, both that were recommended to me by friends, so I tried those first. And the lady at the local store here in Atlanta was so awesome. And she was like, I was a customer here first, and then I started working here because I'm so obsessed. And then she said, I'm going to be real honest with you. It's going to be really hard to go back to your regular hair after this. And after sitting there trying on wigs for 20 minutes, I was like, OMG, I could really get used to this. And lastly, understand that the pictures can and will look different on your actual head if you are buying a wig virtually. Go to your hair person and get help. Just be aware that the wig might look different when you actually try it on in person if you're researching. Yes, it should be the same wig, but if you're seeing it on a person versus a mannequin, it might look a little different on your skin coloring and your tone, your face, your head shape, everything. Just be aware of that. Make sure you are familiar with the return policies, or even if it's an option for you to return at all. Shout outs this week. Big shout out to Catherine from Minnesota. She is such a doll, and she wrote to me to tell me she was counting down the hours until Friday so she could listen to the podcast. How sweet is that? Love her so much. Shout out to Jane. Always lovely to hear from Jane. And shout out to Sarah, who I was so proud of. So proud. Big shout out to Sarah this week. In her email, she said, and I quote, Dear Holly, I wanted to tell you that you were right. I've listened to you mention several times that the crop top thing and always said, no, that's not for me. My boobs are too big. My chest is too large. Well, the other day I clicked on a cute cropped pink sweatshirt. It's adorable and a much better look than those baggy schmatas that I usually wear. Baby steps, but now I'm interested in trying some crop sweaters with high-rise pants. Into which I responded, I am so proud of you. Fabulous. Congratulations. Mazel tov. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Also, I said, do not question the master. Meaning, if I'm telling you to do something, it's for your own good, and I would never steer you wrong. Now, she's interested in getting other tops that are shorter and come to the waist that will indeed show off your waist and give you the illusion of a smaller waist. So there's that. Why wouldn't everyone run out and do that? And look, I don't expect y'all to be down for every single suggestion that I give. However, when I give you a suggestion, I am serious. And it's probably for most body types. I absolutely love it when I get emails like this, when someone just gets it. It's the start of a whole new world. And look, I don't expect y'all to do, like I said, if you don't want to do high-rise pants, that's okay, but maybe you start baby steps and get a mid-rise pant. And I do want to clarify one thing. I say crop top, but I don't mean showing skin. I think I've said that before. Crop top just means it is a shorter top that comes below your belly button and hits the top of your pants, okay? When you give yourself a chance and try it, you never know. You might be pleasantly surprised. That's all I'm saying. Anyone else out there willing to give a shorter top that you can wear with high-waisted pants? If you're willing to try this and you haven't before, write into me and tell me about it. Tell me. I want to know. I'm nosy. Inquiring minds want to know. So I have to know if you try and you succeed. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? That's all I'm saying. Unfortunately, Fashion Besties, that's a wrap for today. Now you know how to buy a wig, because that's what I just did. And then after I get it, I'm going to have my girl style it. And I'm probably going to wear it before I lose my hair just to show y'all what it looks like. Okay. So you can compare the before and after. But thank you for supporting me in this. And even if you don't know anyone who needs to wear a wig, you might need to someday or might know someone someday. So there's that. Thank you so much for listening this week. Please write in if you have any suggestions about what you would like to hear. Send me an email, holly@fashioncrimespodcast.com, holly@hollycatstyling.com, and keep in touch with me because I'm going to need it. Y'all, I'm going to be on lockdown. I'm having a bone marrow transplant and I cannot be around anybody other than Jonathan. And I literally will have no immune system. I'm going to get better every day, but it's going to be a minute before I can do anything other than go to the hospital. So please keep in touch with me. Entertain me. Okay? Thank you again for tuning in. I will see y'all next week. Love you so much. Have a fabulous, fashionable week. You can do it, Fashion Besties. Take care. Bye.